Okay, so who doesn't love a good secret? Especially when it comes to something like online business, right? Everyone's looking for that edge.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that's what makes a title like .com Secrets so enticing.
It really draws you in.
It does. It does. But the thing is, it's not really about like hidden tactics or anything like that. It's more about understanding the fundamentals.
Right. It's like he's giving you the keys to the castle, but you have to know how to use them.
Exactly. It's like a blueprint for building a successful business online, a sustainable one, not just some quick flash in the pan kind of thing.
And Brunson himself, I mean, talk about an interesting story. This is a guy who was obsessed with junk mail as a kid. Junk mail.
I know, right? Like, who does that? But it's fascinating, though, because even back then, you can see how his mind worked. He was already dissecting sales letters, figuring out what made people tick.
He was like a marketer in the making before he even knew what marketing was.
Totally. And that's what's so cool about his story, is that he didn't invent any of this stuff. He just took these timeless marketing principles and applied them to the online world.
And those principles are really at the core of what he calls his secret formula. These 4 questions that he believes every business needs to answer.
And these aren't just random questions. They're designed to make you think about the foundation of your business.
Okay, so what are these magic questions?
Well, the first one is, who are your dream customers? And this is where so many businesses go wrong right out of the gate.
They try to be everything to everyone.
Exactly. They cast this wide net and end up catching nothing. Brunson's all about getting laser focused on your ideal customer, like really understanding who they are.
He even suggests creating these detailed avatars, right?
Yeah.
Like giving them names and backstories and everything.
Yeah. He actually puts pictures of them on his wall.
I can't imagine doing that, but it kind of makes you stop and think about who you're talking to every time you sit down to work, you know?
Imagine you're writing a sales page and you have this picture of your ideal customer staring back at you. It's like, okay, Julie, I get you. I know what you're struggling with, and here's how I can help.
Yeah, it's like having a conversation with them instead of just talking at them.
Exactly. And that's the power of it, because when you truly understand your dream customer, you can tailor everything you do, your message, your offers, even your brand. It all comes back to them.
Okay, so that's the first question. What's next?
The second question is, where can you find them? Because it doesn't matter how amazing your product is if you're not getting it in front of the right people.
Right, you got to fish where the fish are.
Exactly. And these days, there are so many different platforms and channels where you can connect with your audience, but the key is to focus on the ones where your ideal customers are already hanging out.
So meet them where they are.
Exactly. Social media, forums, whatever it is, find those platforms, those channels where your people are most likely to be.
Makes sense. Don't waste your time on the wrong platform.
Exactly. Focus on where you are going to get the most bang for your buck. That's a big thing for Brunson, working smarter, not just harder.
Okay, so we've figured out who our dream customers are and where to find them. Now what?
Now the fun begins. Brunson's third question is, what bait will you use to attract them? This is about crafting an offer that they can't refuse, something that grabs their attention.
So it's like fishing, you got to have the right bait.
Exactly. And for Brunson, the best bait is something that provides value right away. Could be a free ebook, a webinar, something that solves a specific problem.
So it's not just about giving something away for free. It's about giving away something that they actually want.
Exactly, yeah. Something that speaks to their pain points. You're giving them a taste of what's possible, a little preview of how you can help.
Okay, and I'm guessing that leads perfectly into the fourth and final question.
You got it. The final question is, what result do you want to give them? So this is where you define the big picture, the transformation you want to help them achieve.
So it's not just about making a sale. It's about making an impact.
Exactly. It's about that ultimate outcome, that lasting change you want to create. Think about it. They're investing in a better version of themselves.
That's a really good point, and it makes me think about how important it is to have a compelling brand story.
Absolutely. Brunson talks a lot about the power of story and how it connects with people on a deeper level, but we'll get into that in a bit.
Okay, so we've covered the secret formula, those 4 key questions that lay the groundwork. What other golden nuggets does Brunson share?
Well, one of the key concepts he digs into is this idea of a value ladder.
Okay, value ladder. This is where things start to get really interesting, right? Like, how do we actually make money?
Exactly. So imagine this. You go to the store to buy a pair of socks, but you end up walking out with a whole new wardrobe.
Okay, I'm not sure I follow. What does that have to do with a value ladder?
Well, Brunson tells his great story about going to the dentist, right? Just a simple teeth cleaning, nothing major. He walks out having spent $2,000.
Wait, what? $2,000 for a teeth cleaning?
No, that's the point. He didn't just get his teeth cleaned. The dentist, he walked him up this value ladder, offering all these other services and products.
Okay, so it's like you start with that initial offer, the teeth cleaning, and then you strategically present them with other options that build on that.
Exactly. It's not about being pushy. It's about understanding their needs and then offering solutions that make sense for them.
Okay, I like it, but how do we actually create this value ladder for our own business?
It's all about having a system, a framework. So you start with that core offer, the thing that solves their most pressing problem. That's your base.
Okay, so in the dentist example, that's the teeth cleaning.
Right, exactly. And from there, you create different levels, each one offering more value, more complexity, and yes, a higher price.
Okay, so for example, let's say I'm a business coach. What might my value ladder look like?
Well, you could start with a free webinar, top 5 mistakes entrepreneurs make, or something like that. Give them something valuable right off the bat.
Perfect. Establish yourself as an expert.
Right. Then you could offer a paid workshop where you go deeper into a specific topic. Maybe it's launching on a shoestring budget, something really targeted.
Okay, so we're building on that initial interaction.
Exactly. And then you could have one-on-one coaching packages, maybe even a mastermind group for your highest paying clients. Each level builds on the last, offering more value and transformation.
And of course, costing more as you go up.
Exactly. That's the beauty of it. It's a win-win. They get amazing results and you build a sustainable business. But here's the thing. It's not enough to just have this value ladder in place. You have to be able to guide people up it.
That makes sense. So how do we do that? What's the secret sauce?
Brunson calls them sales funnels. Think of it like a roadmap that leads your customer to where they need to be.
Okay, sales funnels. I've heard that term before, but I'm not sure I totally get it.
Okay, so imagine you're giving someone directions, right? You wouldn't just send them out into the city with no map, no guidance. You'd give them a clear path to follow.
Right. Step-by-step instructions to get them to their destination.
That's your sales funnel. It's a strategic sequence of steps that guides your customer toward that ultimate outcome and that transformation we were talking about earlier.
Okay, so it's not just about selling something. It's about guiding them on a journey.
Exactly. And just like every journey is different, every sales funnel is tailored to that specific customer and where they're at.
So it's like you wouldn't ask someone to marry you on the first date. You have to nurture the relationship first.
Precisely. And that's why Brunson talks about customer temperature. You've got your hot traffic, your warm traffic, and your cold traffic.
Okay, I love this analogy. Break it down for me. What's the difference?
Okay, so picture yourself at a party, right? You see someone across the room, they're cold traffic, they have no idea who you are, what you're about.
So it's all about that first impression.
Exactly. Now you start chatting, you find some common ground. Now, they're warm traffic, they're intrigued, but they're not quite ready to buy a plane ticket and move in with you just yet.
You got to build that trust first.
Exactly. And then you've been talking all night, you're hitting it off, there's a real connection. That's hot traffic.
They're ready to take that next step.
Exactly. And you wouldn't use the same approach with hot traffic as you would with cold traffic.
Definitely not. So how does this all translate into our sales funnels? Do we need different funnels for different temperatures?
Exactly. For cold traffic, you might start with something simple, like a free download or a quiz, just something to get their attention, get their email address.
Okay, so low commitment, high value.
Right. For warm traffic, you might offer a free trial or a discount on one of your products, something to give them a taste of what you offer.
So you're warming them up, getting them more invested.
Exactly. And then for your hot traffic, that's where you really showcase your premium offers, your high-ticket programs, the stuff that's going to really blow them away.
Okay, this is all making a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But how do we actually build these funnels? Is there a formula, like a step-by-step process?
Brunson breaks it down into 4 key phases: awareness, interest, decision, and action. It's a framework for guiding your customers through the entire buying journey.
Okay, so there's a method to the madness. Walk me through it. What happens in each phase?
Sure. So the awareness phase, this is all about getting on their radar, making them aware of your brand and what you offer.
Got it. So this is where content marketing comes in, like blog posts, social media, all that jazz.
You got it. And then once you've got their attention, you move into the interest phase. This is where you provide more in-depth content, stuff that really showcases your expertise. Think ebooks, webinars, that kind of thing.
So you're building that know, like, and trust factor.
Exactly. You're showing them that you're the real deal, that you can actually help them solve their problems.
It makes sense. What's next?
So then you've got the decision phase. Now, They're actively considering their options. They're comparing you to your competitors, trying to figure out if you're the right fit.
Okay, so the stakes are getting higher. What can we do at this stage?
This is where testimonials and case studies are your best friend. People want to see social proof. They want to know that you've helped other people just like them.
It's like that little nudge of reassurance they need.
Exactly. And then, once they're convinced, you move into the action phase. This is where you make it crystal clear what you want them to do.
Click the button, buy the thing, sign up for the webinar, whatever it is.
Exactly. Your call to action needs to be clear, concise, and irresistible.
Okay, this whole sales funnel thing is pretty amazing when you break it down like that. But I'm guessing it takes some practice to get it right.
It does. It's a process of constant testing and tweaking.
So we have to be willing to experiment, see what works, and then keep improving.
Exactly. What works for one business might not work for another. The key is to find what works for you and your ideal customer.
Okay, this is all making a lot of sense, but I do have one more question. When it comes to crafting those irresistible offers and building those high-converting funnels, is there anything else we need to keep in mind?
Actually, there is. Brunson talks about the importance of creating what he calls an attractive character.
An attractive character. I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
Think about your favorite books and movies. What makes them so captivating?
Well, the characters, of course.
Exactly. It's those characters that we connect with, the ones we root for, the ones who draw us into their story.
Okay, I get that. But how do we translate that into the business world? We're not writing a novel here.
It's not about creating a fictional character. It's about embodying certain qualities that resonate with your audience. Brunson talks about different archetypes, like the leader, the adventurer, the nurturer, each with their own unique set of values and communication styles.
So it's about figuring out which archetype best represents our brand, our message.
Exactly. It's about tapping into those universal stories that people have been drawn to for centuries.
Okay, so for example, if I'm a business coach who helps women entrepreneurs, maybe my archetype is the nurturer.
Exactly. You're providing guidance, support, encouragement. You're helping them to grow and blossom.
I love it. So it's not just about what you say, it's about who you are and how you show up in the world.
Precisely. And when you can embody that attractive character, it makes your message that much more powerful.
This is all so fascinating. It really makes you realize that there's so much more to building a successful online business than just having a great product or service.
Absolutely. It's about connecting with your audience on a deeper level, understanding their needs and desires, and creating an experience that they'll love. And that's what Brunson's book is all about.
So it's not just about driving sales, it's about building a brand that people trust and believe in.
Exactly. And one of the best ways to do that is by learning from those who are already doing it well. That's why Brunson's a big advocate of reverse engineering your competitors' successes.
Okay, reverse engineering. That sounds a little bit intense, like something out of a spy movie.
It's not as complicated as it sounds. It's just about studying what's working for others and adapting those strategies to your own business.
So it's like, don't reinvent the wheel if you don't have to.
Exactly. Why not learn from the best? In the online world, we have access to so much information. We can analyze our competitors' websites, their marketing campaigns, their social media.
So we're like detectives, gathering clues and looking for patterns.
Precisely. The key is to ask the right questions. What are they doing well? What can we learn from their successes? What mistakes can we avoid?
Okay, but once we've gathered all this intel, what do we actually do with it?
Here's the thing. It's not about copying them. It's about understanding why something works and then finding a way to make it your own.
So it's about taking inspiration, not imitation.
Exactly. Use their successes as a springboard for your own creativity. And one of the best places to start is with your offers.
Okay, so let's talk about offers. What makes a truly irresistible offer? I'm ready for some more of Brunson's wisdom.
Well, he's a huge fan of what he calls the free plus shipping offer, and it's incredibly effective.
Free plus shipping. Okay, I'm all ears.
Well, Brunson talks about this in the context of the value ladder. Remember, we're not just after that one-time sale. We want to build relationships that last.
Right. It's about creating customers for life, people who come back again and again.
Exactly. And the free plus shipping offer, that's often that first step, that initial point of contact.
It's like dipping their toes in the water before they dive in head first.
I like that. So then the question becomes, how do we encourage them to take that next step, to climb higher on that value ladder?
Okay, I am hooked. Tell me more. What's the secret sauce?
This is where upsells and cross-sells come into play. These are powerful tools for increasing the value of each customer.
Okay, I've heard those terms thrown around, but to be honest, I sometimes get them confused. What's the difference again?
Sure. So an upsell is basically offering a more premium version of whatever they're already looking at.
So say if I'm selling an online course, an upsell might be like a VIP package with some one-on-one coaching thrown in.
Exactly. You're essentially giving them the option to level up, to get even better results.
Okay, that makes sense. And a cross-sell.
A cross-sell is offering them something related, something that complements their initial purchase.
So to continue with the online course example, a cross-sell might be offering them an additional course on a related topic.
You got it. It's like, hey, since you're interested in this, you might also find this valuable.
Yeah, it's like that frequently bought together
Yeah.
section you see on Amazon.
Exactly. But the key here, and Brunson stresses this, is that it's not about being sneaky or pushy. It's about genuinely understanding your customer and offering solutions that truly benefit them.
So it's less about manipulation, more about being helpful, right?
Precisely. The best upsells and cross-sells are the ones that feel like a natural next step, not a hard sell.
This is all starting to make a lot of sense. But practically speaking, how do we actually incorporate these upsells and cross-sells without feeling, well, icky?
It's all about strategy and timing. First of all, you don't want to bombard them with offers right away.
Right, give them a chance to breathe. Let them experience the value of their initial purchase first.
Exactly. Once they've had a chance to see that you deliver on your promises, then you can start introducing additional offers.
Okay, timing is key. What else?
Relevance for sure. Make sure any upsell or cross-sell is directly related to what they've already shown interest in.
So no randomly suggesting a course on underwater basket weaving if they signed up for your email marketing course.
Exactly. Keep it relevant, keep it aligned with their needs and goals.
Gotcha. So timing, relevance.
Yeah.
Anything else we need to keep in mind?
Value stacking is huge. Don't just offer them more of the same. Sweeten the deal, add bonuses, exclusive content, things that make it a no-brainer.
So instead of just offering the next level up, I might throw in a bonus coaching call or a template pack.
Now you're talking. Make it irresistible.
I love it. But let's be real. Not everyone's going to be immediately sold. What about those people who are hesitant, maybe a little unsure about spending more? How do we handle those objections?
This is where it gets interesting. Brunson's a big believer in tackling those objections head on.
Oh, so no sweeping them under the rug.
Exactly. Acknowledge their concerns, validate their feelings, and then reiterate the value you're offering.
So if someone balks at the price, I might say something like, I totally get it, it's an investment, but think about the results you'll get, the time and frustration you'll save.
Exactly. Highlight the benefits, the transformation they're getting in exchange for their investment.
This is gold. Any other Jedi mind tricks we can use to craft those irresistible offers?
Brunson talks about the power of scarcity and urgency, which are classic marketing principles.
Ah, good old FOMO, fear of missing out. It's a powerful motivator.
It really is. Think about it. When you know something is in limited supply or only available for a short time, it instantly becomes more desirable.
It's like those flash sales that get everyone clicking.
Precisely. You can leverage this by offering limited time bonuses, mentioning limited spots in a program, or even just highlighting the fact that the offer won't be available forever.
So a little bit of urgency can go a long way.
Absolutely. It creates a sense of excitement and encourages people to take action.
This has been an incredible deep dive. We've learned so much about .com secrets, from building those value ladders and crafting irresistible offers to understanding customer psychology and the power of storytelling.
It's been a blast. And remember, it's not about using these strategies to manipulate or trick anyone.
Right. It's about using them to ethically grow your business and make a real impact.
Exactly. It's about providing real value, building genuine relationships, and creating a business that you're proud of.
Well said. And on that note, we want to thank you for joining us on this incredible journey through the world of .com secrets. We hope you've gained valuable insights and are feeling inspired to take your online business to the next level. Until next time.